Hi there and welcome to this tutorial session. Just to begin by giving you a little about our background and what we plan to cover with you in this short tuition session. We are program and project management professionals and qualified trainers with more than 30 years of combined industry and training experience delivering programs, projects, and related training sessions. All our contributors hold university-based credentials in project management and training with full membership to both the PMI and APM. In this tutorial, we will cover material to provide you with a good introduction on the concepts of why benefits realization is essential for program management. We will also cover some tips and tricks on how to get the most out of benefits realization for program management. So, let's get into it. Other segments in the series have covered topics such as what a program is, the differences between a program and a project, programs in the context of portfolios and projects, the portfolio, program, and project management hierarchy, steps for reviewing, validating, and updating the benefits measurement and delivery strategies. Key stakeholders and stakeholder management. Defining and confirming benefit dependencies. Program benefits planning. Program benefits risk management. Ownership and accountability of delivering program benefits. And much more. Check the links in the description below to review or revisit the other topics or segments in this series. In this tutorial, Segment 3, we will cover material to provide you with a good introduction on the concepts of Segment 3 of this tutorial series on benefits realization for program management. In this segment we look at how to and what is key for maintaining and evaluating benefit attainment for program management, that is, delivering the expected benefits. This covers sustaining and evaluating the attainment of expected benefits. As mentioned, this third segment of the tutorial series focuses on maintaining and evaluating benefit attainment. Do the benefits and related project deliverables and variances continue to be measured, evaluated, and communicated throughout the program? We will concentrate on 1. Examining the constituent project deliverables using a benefits measurement approach. 2. Inspecting and sharing progress toward delivering the anticipated benefits with key stakeholders. 3. Comparing and contrasting the benefits to the predetermined delivery plan for the project. 4. Inspecting and sharing lessons learned throughout the projects, and 5. Addressing variations in the delivery of the anticipated benefits. Let's move into focus point 1. 1. Examining the constituent project deliverables using a benefits measurement approach. There are several components that are essential to the success of a program that make up program benefits management. Processes for monitoring the program's ability to deliver on these benefits and outcomes, and for clarifying the program's planned benefits and intended outcomes, are included in program benefits management. Management of the program's benefits in order to constantly analyze the potential impact of planned program changes on the expected benefits and outcomes, align the expected benefits with the organization's goals and objectives, assign responsibility and accountability for the realization of the benefits provided by the program, and ensure that the benefits can be sustained. Identify and assess the value and impact of program benefits. Monitor the interdependencies among the outputs being delivered by the various components within the program and how those outputs contribute overall to the program's benefits. The benefits sustainment phase is about receiving organizations carrying out ongoing maintenance tasks after the program has ended in order to guarantee that the program's improvements and outcomes will continue to be produced. The responsibility for maintaining the benefits provided by the program may shift to another organization or program as the program is closed. Operations, maintenance, the introduction of new parts, and other efforts may be required to maintain benefits. Consider developing a benefits sustainment plan. Prior to program termination, a benefits sustainment plan should be developed to identify the risks, procedures, measures, metrics, and tools required to maintain the delivered benefits. During the course of the program's execution, the program manager and the project managers in charge of the component projects ought to plan the ongoing maintenance of the program's benefits. Beyond the scope of the individual components, the actual work that ensures the continuation of benefits typically occurs after the program has ended. While the receiving individual, organization, or beneficiary group is in charge of ensuring that benefits continue after the program ends, it is the program manager's job to plan these post-transition activities while the program is running. Note this means that the responsibility for the ultimate success of the program is really vested with the program manager, or ensuring that a plan for success is put in place as part of the handover package of the program and its constituent projects. Let's move on to focus point 2. 2. Inspect and share progress toward delivering the anticipated benefits with key stakeholders. Benefits maintenance falls outside the scope of the typical project lifecycle shown in the diagram. However, benefits maintenance might be carried out throughout the program's lifecycle. These ongoing activities of product, service, or capability support may be included in the program's scope, but they are typically operational in nature and are not run as a project or program. Benefits sustainment activities include, but are not limited to, making plans for the operational, financial, and behavioral changes that program recipients, individuals, groups, organizations, industries, and sectors will need to make in order to keep monitoring performance. Executing the necessary change efforts to ensure that the capabilities provided throughout the program continue after the program is terminated and the organization receives the program's resources. Comparing actual performance to planned performance, including key performance indicators, and monitoring the performance of the product, service, capability, or results from a reliability and availability for use perspective. Keeping an eye on how well the deployed product, service, capability, or outcomes continue to meet the requirements of the customers who own and operate them. This may include ensuring that interfaces with other products, services, capabilities, or outcomes continue to be viable and that the functionality remains complete. Keeping an eye on whether vendors are willing to support older configurations and whether logistics support for the product, service, capability, or results will continue to be available. Taking into account feedback from customers regarding their requirements for a product, service, capability, the outcomes of support, or enhancements to performance or functionality. Providing support on demand for features, enhanced technical information, or real-time help desk support for the product, service, capability, or results. Establishing operational support for the product, service, capability, or results outside of the program management function without giving up the other functions of product support. Responding to frequent product support inquiries by updating technical information regarding the product, service, capability, or improvement. Making plans for the transfer of product or capability support from program management to an organization's operations department. Making plans for the product's retirement and gradual elimination, as well as the end of support, with appropriate instructions for current customers. Creating business cases and considering the possibility of starting new programs or projects to address operational issues with the supported deployed product, service, or capability, as well as public acceptance of the improvement or legislative changes, changes in politics, the economy, and society as a whole, changes in culture, or problems with a supported deployed product, service, capability, or logistics. Keeping an eye on any unresolved risks that could jeopardize the program's benefits. And now to focus point 3. 3. Compare and contrast the benefits to the predetermined delivery plan for the project. The program roadmap is a graphical representation of the incremental benefits and shows when the return on investment might help fund the benefits and outcomes of the program in the future, depending on the nature of the program. The intended recipients, whether internal or external to the organization, must be able to sustain the incremental benefits after the program's completion and beyond while they are prepared for the resulting change as the benefits accrue. Benefits are provided and components are authorized, planned, and carried out during program delivery. When the desired benefits or program objectives have been achieved or the steering committee has determined that the program should be terminated, program closure is then approved by the committee. A change in organizational strategy that no longer aligns with the program or an assessment that the anticipated benefits may no longer be achievable may be reasons for early termination. Before the program was created, the business case was revised and updated accordingly. In addition, a preliminary risk assessment is carried out to evaluate both threats and opportunities. This analysis aids in the identification of risk response strategies and plans as well as the probability of the program's successful delivery of organizational benefits. The program delivery phase can begin once the program management plan has been approved. However, it is essential to keep in mind that this plan's development is an iterative process because it is prepared early in the program lifecycle, and changes in critical factors like business goals, deliverables, benefits, time, and cost may result in competing priorities, assumptions, and constraints. The program governance performance domain approves or denies changes to the program management plan, and its subsidiary plans to address these factors. After the formal approval of the program management plan, the program delivery phase begins. A program steering committee typically grants approval to programs. Let's move into focus point 4. 4. Inspect and share lessons learned throughout the projects. The gains and assets that the organization and other stakeholders gain from the program's outcomes are considered benefits. The achievement of an organization's financial goals, such as a 20% increase in revenue or gross margin, or the creation of a physical product or service for consumption or utility, are examples of benefits that are relatively certain, easy to quantify, and may include concrete or limited conditions. Other advantages may have outcomes that are somewhat ambiguous and are harder to quantify. A benefit like a lower incidence of a health condition or disease or an improvement in employee morale or customer satisfaction are examples of less certain program outcomes. Programs may define and generate a variety of benefits. Other program outcomes may be realized as benefits by the organization's customers or the program's intended beneficiaries, while the sponsoring organization may realize some benefits, such as an expanded market presence, improved financial performance, or operational efficiencies. A program may need to be started if regulations change. It might be harder to pinpoint the actual advantages of compliance programs with regulations. Compliance, the avoidance of fines, and the avoidance of negative publicity may be the only benefits of these measures. Customers and beneficiaries can be a specific group of interested parties, a business sector, an industry, a particular demographic, or the general population. They can also be customers and beneficiaries outside of the performing organization, such as operational or functional areas within the organization. Previously completed programs and phases of active programs can serve as a source of lessons learned and best practices for new programs. Artifacts, metrics, risks, and estimates from previous programs, projects, and ongoing operations that may be relevant to the current program make up historical information. During program definition, historical information about successes, failures, and lessons learned is especially important. Finally, let's finish by looking at focus point 5. 5. Addressing variations in the delivery of the anticipated benefits. Typically, from the diagram, you can see the factors to be taken into consideration when evaluating any recommendation for the transition or elimination of a program component. Confirming that the component's business case has been adequately met or that further pursuit of the component's goals should be stopped. Ensuring that key stakeholders at the program level are informed of the component's closure. Ensuring that the component complies with quality control plans at the program level, when required. Assessing lessons learned at the organizational or program level as a result of the component's performance in transition, and confirming that all other accepted practices for project or program transition or closure have addressed variations in the delivery of the anticipated benefits. Programs' benefits can often be required to be distributed among multiple stakeholders and are frequently defined in terms of the intended beneficiary. The sponsoring organization may also gain from the new or improved capacity to consistently deliver and sustain the produced goods, services, or capabilities, in addition to the customers or intended beneficiaries of the program being improved in some way. It's possible that the program will not have any positive effects on other organizations, stakeholders, or intended beneficiaries, such as a reduction in personnel or a consolidation of positions or organizations. It is just as important to minimize the negative effects as it is to realize the benefits. This should be managed, measured, and properly communicated to the leadership of the organization as well as to the stakeholders and organizations that are affected. When dealing with a negative outcome, the program manager should think about working with internal departments like the legal, marketing, and HR departments. The outcomes and benefits provided by programs and their components support the organization's strategic goals and objectives. Benefits may not be realized until the program is finished, or long after it is finished, or they may be realized iteratively as the program's components produce incremental results that the intended recipients can use. Benefits may continue to accrue after the program ends. Deviations and variations in the delivery of the anticipated benefits. Program schedule monitoring and control collaborates closely with other program activities to identify schedule deviations and direct corrective action when necessary. The alignment of the program's scope, cost, and schedule, all of which are dependent on one another, is essential to successful program management. For effective risk management, schedule control should be used to identify slippages as well as opportunities to accelerate program or component schedules. As part of the risk management activity, program schedule risks should be tracked. The master schedule of the program should also be looked at to see how changes at the component level affect other components and the program as a whole. To accomplish the objectives of the program, parts of the schedule might need to be moved up or down. As part of the function of program management as a whole, it is necessary to find slippages as well as early deliveries. Program acceleration opportunities may arise from the identification of early deliveries. Program benefits resulting from component performance deviations may necessitate approval of deviations to component schedules. Program master schedule. The program master schedule may need to be updated to include or remove new components as a result of approved change requests in order to meet evolving program goals because of the complexity and potential length of programs. When the program master schedule undergoes significant alteration, the program roadmap should be evaluated for potential revision. Phases of benefits delivery ensure that the program delivers the benefits that the benefits management plan has outlined. When principles, knowledge, and practices are applied in a way that improves program management and increases the likelihood of program success, as measured by the extent and effectiveness of benefits delivery and realization, this is considered good practice. The application of every standards provision to every program is not required by good practice, based on the unique or specific requirements of the program and its sponsoring organization. It is the responsibility of an organization's leaders, program managers, program teams, and program management office, if one exists, to determine what is most suitable for any given program. Program components, interrelated projects, may be pursued in an iterative, non-sequential manner as a result of a program's potential need to adapt to the outcomes and outputs of its components and its potential need to modify its strategy or plans. Issues and risk management are also managed together by program and project managers. Issues and risks that cannot be addressed at the project or subsidiary program level are monitored and addressed by the program manager. These risks and issues could affect the performance of the program or the delivery of benefits. Program management and project management functions. Most of the time, the job of the project manager is to handle problems and risks that come up during a project. In order to ensure that other program managers are aware of issues, risks, and dependencies, the project manager identifies them. Program managers also make certain that their programs are aware of and take advantage of any new opportunities presented by pursuing program components. The program management and project management functions typically interact in iterative and cyclical ways. Information about the program's intended benefits, objectives, and strategy flows from the program to its component projects during the definition phase. The program receives information about component project strategies, objectives, needs, constraints, and timing. Information regarding the progress, issues, risks, dependencies, outputs, and outcomes of component projects flows from the component project to the program and its other components during the program's delivery phase. During this phase, the program management function and the project management function communicate frequently to make sure that the activities of all program components are properly coordinated and fully aligned with the program's intention to provide benefits to the organization. As component projects close, information about project outputs and outcomes flows from the component project to the program during the program's delivery and closure phases to ensure that project benefits are fully realized and sustained. The program and project management functions must collaborate closely because program and project managers need to constantly exchange information and align actions. Based on the requirements of the program and its other components, a program manager can influence a project manager's approach to managing component projects. In summary, program management is used by companies to carry out intricate projects that help the company's strategy. In practice, program managers discover that their initiatives also have an effect on operationally responsible business lines. In addition, program managers frequently discover that program deliverables are transferred to organizational entities to ensure that their benefits are sustained and that the benefits delivered by programs may influence an organization's approach to or scope of operational activities. Because of these factors, it is essential for program managers to forge relationships with those in charge of operating an organization that are collaborative and supportive of one another. Program and operational managers are jointly accountable for ensuring that an organization's strategic goals are carried out in a balanced and successful manner. That finishes segment 3. This is the final segment in this series on program management, benefits realization. So what is a key takeaway from this segment in the series? As program manager, have you made sure all related project deliverables and variances are being measured, evaluated, and communicated throughout the program? Even as part of delivery and handover? To summarize this tutorial briefly now, we covered the idea that benefits realization in program management is an important element. It is at the core of good program management. Further, that benefits realization can help ensure the program benefits which are delivered are what the key stakeholders expected. Also, that benefits realization in program management deals with the proper implementation of project deliverables, and variances measured, evaluated, and communicated throughout the program. This concludes our full look into the process and concepts a program manager needs to consider in maintaining and evaluating benefit attainment and for all 3 segments of this tuition. Segments 1 and 2 are available for you as well. Check out these previous segments for this tutorial series. See the links in the description below. If you would like follow-up activities or exercises plus additional resources on how to continue improving your skills on this subject and related material, subscribe now to be kept informed on follow-up learning activities and additional practitioner and trainer resources. Be sure to like and subscribe for more tuition videos covering program management, project management, and training tools for trainers and teachers. If you have comments, requests, or suggestions on the tuition series, or if you need guidance or help at reasonable rates with your program, project, or training initiatives, then let us know in the comments below or contact us at pgmpmtrainer@outlook.com. Good luck and see you in the next tuition series.